and you fucking hate your coworkers, you hate your boss, you hate the job, you hate everything about it. You know, but you're getting a paycheck. We're here to make you laugh, here to make you think, here to make you bring up discussions with your friends. That's what the blank canvas is here for.
The only reason that jealousy even exists is because we put too much value in things rather than we do life. So being distracted or worried by things that you cannot control in your life in any way right now is a waste of energy and a waste of time. Because by that time, homegirl had been, dude, I guess used her up or whatever. And then, how about now? Yeah. So amazing to be loved. I follow you to the moon and the sky above.
What up, ST?
What's going on, EC? How you feeling, man?
Man, nothing much, man. Living life, man. Speaking of you singing that, what's that? That's Luther, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. It's like, you ever like sing like love songs and then you'll change the lyrics?
Yeah, oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah, like that Raheem Devon song I listen to. It's called, You. You know that song?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that's my joint, man. It's on one part and they talking about, I give my life for you, and I be like, I don't know about that now. Oh shit! Yeah. That's my shit though, man. Because the first time I heard that song was I was playing Grand Theft Auto, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
And when I found out who he was, man, like his whole first album was tight, man.
Yeah, it was though.
I thoroughly enjoyed his first album, and The Love Experience. If y'all
Guess who loves you more?
Yeah, guess who loves you more? But if y'all haven't heard that CD, man, definitely check that shit out. Speaking of CDs, man, since everybody has had at least a week with that new J. Cole CD, man, what you think?
Man, I was disappointed, man. I'm gonna be totally honest. I thought for sure that he was gonna put, especially the songs that he previewed to everybody. I thought they was gonna be on the album, but they weren't. And I mean, it's okay. I don't think it was as good as
the last one.
Yeah, Forest Hills Drive. So
if I had to rank all his studio albums now, it'll be Vilmatic. No, it'll be the last one he had, the 24 Hills Drive, whatever that one.
Yeah.
Vilmatic. The one after that, before that one was the Vil. What is it? Is it Vil something?
Actually, I don't think he had anything like a CD called Vil anything. It was just.
Oh.
It was just.
Sinner, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm a huge J. Cole fan, man, so excuse me for that. Born Sinner, then I put For Your Eyes, and then Sidelines. That's how I would, that'll be my ranking. But yeah, man, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like we talked earlier, man, I fucks with Deja Vu.
Yeah.
I mess with Change.
Yeah.
I like Folding Clothes. I like that one.
It's decent.
Yeah, and then Neighbors, and then after that, like, I'm pretty much straight, and For Whom the Bell Tolls is straight too. I like that one.
Yeah, I love Immortal as well.
Hell yeah, I like that shit, man. It's a different.
Yeah, it's different
album.
Yeah,
it's solid. It's solid compared to what other shits out there, but it's not some of his best work.
Yeah, I think what it is, especially for me, I probably have to just listen to it like 4 or 5 more times. Cause it's just how I do anyway. I just I can't really listen to music and just enjoy it for what it is because I'm always breaking it down.
Yeah.
But I think what I'm especially here soon, I'm gonna just sit back and just listen to it. And just really dissect it and just listen to it for what it is.
So. Keeping it real, man. I can listen to it forward and back if you just take out She's Mine Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah.
I listen to the thing the whole way through. I just can't. I can't do it, man. But yeah, Deja Vu my shit, man. She put with small town niggas. I got bigger dreams, bigger dreams.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, nigga. Yeah, that's my shit. changed my shit too. 'Cause you know he has like that one track on like every CD where he's talking about just changing for the better.
Yeah.
Or just trying to work through your situation that you're in. And that's change.
Yeah.
And that change popping, man. I freaking love that song. I listen to that shit while I work out. But yeah, man, it's a good CD, man. I hope the sales do well, man, because he actually puts out good shit. So
yeah, he puts an effort towards his music.
Yeah, exactly, man. Ain't all this bumbling shit, but it was a reason why he didn't put. I guess he didn't put "Everybody Dies" and "False Prophets" on the album because this album's a concept album.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so that's why he left it off, but he could like made those bonus tracks for like iTunes people that bought off iTunes. I made those shits bonus tracks. Something.
Well, the thing is that's probably not gonna happen because he's on Tidal, so
oh, that bullshit.
Yeah, Jay owns Dreamville Records, so everything that comes out of there is either gonna be on Tidal, especially if it's supposed to be exclusive content. They're gonna keep that all under wraps. So either you're gonna pay $19.99 a month to hear all this extra stuff, or you just never gonna hear it.
Yeah, man, I don't understand this, man. Like all the other services are $10 a month, man. Spotify used to be $4.99 until Apple came into the game and punked their ass out and made them jumps. But when I saw Tidal price, I was like, I don't care if Beyonce come out my iPhone and start, tickling my balls. I'm not paying $14.99 for that shit.
Yeah, I feel you.
There ain't no way, man. Some dudes be like, shit, nigga, man, shit. Put my 15 down for put my 15 down for that. But I had their phone up against their desk with their drawers, the drawers on with their hands back, like, all right, come on.
I believe you.
Hell yeah, man. Like they have a commercial. You know how they all had these commercial.
Yeah.
Over-sexualized commercials, like ass commercials back in the day, like you were Axe, you can get you some pussy, all those dudes that don't have no game when they bought Axe, spray this shit on them so hard, they can barely breathe, getting themselves heartburn.
Yeah.
And they got so much of that shit on.
And choking people.
Hell yeah, still ain't getting no females, man. Still ain't. Yeah, but speaking of commercials, man, we were talking about this before the listeners. We were talking about this before the show came on. It was this commercial for this like sports bar down here in Atlanta called
it's called 4th and 1.
Yeah, 4th and 1. Yeah, and like they were like pretty much like showing the amenities. Showing like they had like the beer on tap and had like a mechanical bull and all that stuff. But like I was telling ST, like every time they showed like a female worker that was in there, they had like a stank face on. No, this not how you advertise your store. It's like the bitches was like assessing their life choices like in the commercial, like. Why the fuck am I here? Like, how did I end up here, man? It's a step down from Hooters because they pretty much got like the same style uniforms as Hooter waitresses, and I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of that outfit, man.
Yeah, I guess it's just like the the nigga version of Hooters.
I thought you said newer version of Hooter.
Nah, come in, get your dick rubbed on, and eat some hot wings, and
lemon pepper wings. I hate that shit. I'm sorry, man. If it's not barbecue or sometimes teriyaki, I can't fuck with it, man. I can't do it. I can't fuck with lemon pepper wings, man. It's like it's just salt.
Yeah.
I can't fucking do it, dude. I'm sorry, but yeah, man. I just thought it was funny. Like they couldn't reshoot the commercial. Like they should have reshot some of them shots because it's like one girl. You could tell she was having a bad day. She was going to bring somebody drinks, and she had like a straight face on. Like, they were like hard face. Fellas, sometimes you go up to a female and you try to talk to them, and they just don't want to be bothered. But you like, F, and I'm gonna shoot my shot anyway. She had that kind of look, like get away from me look. And I was just like,
it's that I don't care what you talk about face.
Hell yeah. You talk about get me out of my situation. I still ain't gonna fuck with you. Cause I got a man treat me bad already. I ain't got time for another one. Yeah, man, that face. I was just like, man, they must have either the guy that was shooting it was about to like, they was like, man, I ain't re-editing this shit or reshooting anything unless you drop like 5 stacks on it. And then like the owner was like, man, all right, cool, we'll just roll with this shit. Hell yeah. And then even when like the girl, she had like I guess she had the biggest booty out of all the waitresses. Like she was walking towards the door and opening it up and like wagging her finger towards. She wasn't even smiling either. So it's like either management or something going on, or they like told them to have that expression on. I think that wasn't actually a good call. You need to have like a more, welcoming demeanor to the place. You need to be smiling, needs to be laughter, and needs to, kind of like switch your hips like maybe you have a chance of hitting this.
Yeah.
Kind of vibe. Cause that's what bars are for anyway.
Yeah, at least act like you want to take my money.
Yeah, man, it's just kind of, it's like one step above a strip club. That's what Hooters and all these other places are. It's just, the women not taking their clothes off, and you're getting subpar food. Like, name like one like restaurant or bar like that actually serves supreme top-notch food. You can't name one.
Well,
they had women scantily clad.
Yeah, I guess Bar Louie don't count, but yeah, I guess not.
Oh, the ass is not showing. What's that like?
It might depend on the girl though.
Oh man,
I don't know. You can catch some spots like that though.
Yeah, dude. Hey, were you with us that time we went to Hooters and one of our boys was like, man, I think she's feeling me, man. And I was like, dog, like that's her job to do this, man. And then, like, I think he left like a $5 tip, and I almost want to take that shit up. But, like, he left a $5 tip and his number. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
When he did that shit, I just shook my head and got up from the table. I took a sip of my Pepsi and got up from the table. Hey man, that girl ain't calling, man. She gonna take that $5 and take your napkin and wipe up the table.
Yeah. With your number face down.
With your number face down, so you can really spend that shit, so she can even have a chance to call that shit. Oh, man, that shit was so funny. I was like, man, like no, I wasn't even trying to like crush his spirit. But I was like, that's her job to be nice, man. No, you can't. And then she was smelling good too, so that got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Speaking of smelling nice, all this shit, man. I remember when I was, how old was I? I was 15 years old, man. I remember I was working out at the gym, and I had this one woman walk past me, and she had some strong perfume on that made me literally like turn around and like watch her walk into the gym. And then to come to find out, man, she was wearing like a perfume that had pheromones in it. I was like, man, these hoes she was trying to grab her, man, whoever it was, cause like literally, like I never forget her face either, man. She had like a little light skinned chick, had like a little short haircut, kind of like Halle Berry did back in the day, on some tight ass shorts and like a tight top, and she had like just a towel on. Man, she better go grab that dude. She be meeting in here every week or something, cause that shit was potent, man. I ain't know, like I like research colognes and perfumes with pheromones in, and that's big business, dog. Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Nobody shit. That bitch did not want to be alone that night.
No.
Hell no, man. I've never had like a scent make me literally like turn around and stare at somebody before, dude. That bitch could have been a booger wolf. I would have turned around, because we're primal creatures at the end of the day anyway.
Yeah. Yeah,
man. Like you can see that shit on Black Fridays, how primal we are.
Looks aren't always everything. So.
Yeah, they're definitely not, man. It's over like a Sanyo 32-inch 720p TV that ain't shit, and it, but you still fight that old bullshit. But yeah, I thought that was interesting, man. I just thought about that for a second, man. But yeah, man, J. Cole album is straight. I still listen to it, man. It's something else to add to my playlist, but I'm not gonna look back on it and be like, man, that album was a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think don't Drake shit come out for the end of the year?
Yeah, supposed to. What was it? More Life. Yeah, it's supposed to come out. So
it's gonna be a second album. It's gonna be 2 albums in 2016, isn't it?
Yep. So I mean, we gonna see, man. I'm so far. I mean, besides a couple of diss tracks here and there that he got, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. It just seems like it's gonna be another Views, and with an exception of 1 or 2 tracks that are pretty straight. I don't know. He might switch it up on us, but
It's like his shit now is just he's done with like, not trying to say true hip hop fans, but he's kind of, well, I might as well just say it, like he's done with those kind of fans. He's mainstream now, dude.
Yeah.
Cause his shit is critically acclaimed mainstream. Like everybody, man. He like his views was, what was it on the? It was like the top. It was on the top 100 list, like number one for like 15 consecutive weeks. Like he was breaking records, man, with that CD. So you know he's like, hey man, this. It's time to go ahead and make a change. I ain't got to worry about, this demographic anymore. I can move on to another demographic.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's kind of like a smart business move,
Well, he's actually turned that way a while ago. So it wasn't just this album. He's been, kind of on that tip for a minute. So I think though he had to give us, if you're reading this, it's too late though, because the real rap fans was looking for that record right there. That's the one we've always been looking for. So.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. But man, I also heard a rumor that J. Cole and Kendrick dropping a duo album coming out.
Yeah, they've been talking about that forever.
Yeah, we'll see if it come out.
Yeah,
let's see. I just skip over the Kendrick parts.
You don't like Kendrick?
No, I'm just fucking around, man. He alright. He alright in small doses, man. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel you,
he alright, man. But shit, man. Anything else happened for you this past weekend?
Man, just life, bruh. That's it. That's all I got time for. I'm just moving sideways. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, a lot of movements.
Just making it work.
Yeah, dude. Just and shit going on, and people trying to normalize Trump.
Yeah.
These meetings up with Trump. You know how they got to make it a big show because people, they'll take shit for what they see as face value.
Yeah.
So now Trump's like, hey, let me just round up some popular people and let me go talk to them, and then they say something nice about me, and they'll change the views of some Americans, and it's gonna change the views of some people.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, hey man, like why fight it? He's our president. He doesn't seem that bad of a guy. Might as well give him a chance, because I'm hearing that a lot lately, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's a simple fact that people are stupid. It just goes back to it,
That's how he got in office.
Yeah, people are stupid. Well, I mean, that's not how he got in office. It's
oh, yeah. And the Russians. Yeah, man, yeah. What's your thoughts on that, dude, about, like, the Russians helping him becoming the next president, man, United States, man?
Well, it was funny, just to see how they were talking about, like right off the bat, Trump came out and said he defended, the claims that the Russians helped him win. Yeah, it's kind of funny just to see how fast he reacted to the reports. Kind of, it's like, no, it's not.
Yeah. Like, no, it's not true. Like, that's like, it's not kind of scary. That shit's scary.
Yeah.
Like, why do they want him in power?
Yeah. So, I mean, when he won, they celebrated. Well, Putin celebrated.
Yeah,
so.
Putin pop locking, man. I just hope, man, that Trump's not some deep Splinter Cell agent that all they gotta say is like 2 words and it makes him change his personality. Like, this has been a plan going on for like 30 years to get him in the office, and it finally went through fruition. And it finally worked. That shit would be freaking insane.
It'd be crazy if, like, we found out that Trump was really Russian.
Dog! Like, overnight we would become a communist state. Like, that shit be freaking crazy, man. Like, Putin, you see like a statue of Putin in every state. And then, like, instead of us to being all one sovereign, all one state with all one sovereignty, like, we just turn into like one big ass block.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that shit. That shit be scary, dog. But we'll see, man. These next 4 years are gonna be crazy, man. He has a chance of being impeached, but
yeah, that's if he does something that's like detrimental to, I guess, a certain group of people.
Mm-hmm.
If he definitely shows his cards of, just isolating one group of people, for the quote unquote betterment of the country, then yeah, I can see him being impeached. But other than that, if he don't watch his back, somebody gonna try to assassinate that man.
Yeah, dude. So, but he got Secret Service working for him, so he'll be all right. He'll be.
Secret Service ain't nothing.
Secret Service got his back, man. But it's just 2016's been crazy. Then like another funny thing on Twitter that popped up on Monday was it had like the Twitter like me at the beginning of 2016 and me at the end of 2016. Yeah. It had a whole bunch of just like pictures of people like elated, and then on the other picture it had people just like kicking over a chair, hanging themselves. It just had just those two extremes. That shit was funny as hell, man. But yeah, this is breaking up a lot of friendships. I've read a lot of articles of just talking about friendships being broken up because they found that their friend voted for Trump. Yeah, and all this other stuff. But yeah, man, we'll see, man. It's gonna be, man. 2017 gonna be crazy, man. Let's just try to enjoy 2016 while we can, but. Like I said, man, this is the Blank Canvas Podcast. We are a weekly topical show that comes on every Wednesday at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talk about whatever the hell's on our damn mind. Hence the name of the show, Blank Canvas. You can catch us on our popular, social media sites as far as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Blank Canvas ECST, and on all your podcasting services, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube. And that's pretty much it, man. So let's go ahead and get into the news.
Let's get it.
Alright, man. So let me tell you about these nasty ass students in this home ec class in Omaha, man. Alright, listen to this shit. So, this makes me not want to eat this certain pastry once I tell y'all the story. Let me just get to it. So 3 Omaha students in high school are accused of adding semen to a pastry. Pastry icing in home economics. Dog. Like, number one, why, if you're a teacher, why would you eat every kid's pastry? Yeah. Unless you're like a fat ass in a home ec class, man. Like, why are you eating the pastries like this? Usually in home ec, like, the kids eat their own, their own food, man. I wouldn't even taste test or nothing, but pretty much said the Omaha police said the students aged 14 to 15 were making turnovers at Westside High School on Thursday. Investigators said the students went to the bathroom during class, masturbated into the container, and then mixed it with fluid into the frosting. How much do they hate the teacher, dog, to want to do that, man?
I mean, I guess, I don't know, man. They probably, some kid probably got an F on his sweet potato pie, and he's like, all right, nigga.
I got, yeah. Good icing. What do you need icing? And then they said the 58-year-old teacher sampled the turnover and noticed that they didn't taste quite right. Shit. It's so fucking nasty. It said the teacher learned that the frosting was tainted from a student who reported overhearing the boys discuss the plan. They said the police were called to the school to interview the students. The Omaha Police Department said the 3 admitted they had planned to mix semen into the turnover and present it to the teacher for sampling. Wow. 2 of the teens admitted they had actually placed their semen into the frosting, while the third said he decided not to take part in the prank at the last minute. That's not a fucking prank.
Nah, it's not.
Dude, that's shit. That's almost like stabbing somebody in the stomach, man. What happened if they had an STD? Yeah. Yeah, the third person was going to do it, but he backed out at the last minute. He like a logical person, was thinking, like, this is not right. Like, come on. They said all 3 students were ticketed with a misdemeanor assault, according to the Omaha station KETV. However, one law enforcement official told the Omaha War Herald that it later learned that no state law governed this kind of act. so the students can't be charged with assault because the prank they are accused of didn't cause bodily injury. Not
that they know of.
that they know of, like STDs sit up in your body for like 10 months to like a year. And who's to say these kids don't have an STD? They're 14 and 15 with kids being sexually active these days, man. Like shit.
Yeah.
What happened if this teacher spent his whole life, if he was out there in the street, strapping it up and, being conscious about, himself and trying to worry about his physical health, and then he eating a damn, a semen filled turnover and he get gonorrhea. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least let him get it from doing the act and not eating a fucking pastry.
But you never know what kind of person he is too. He could have been a dick.
Yeah, that's what the comments said. It's because some of the comments said maybe the teacher deserved it. I was like, wait a minute, what?
And I'm not saying that that's right. I'm not saying that, two wrongs make a right. And I'm not really justifying it, but it's just a simple fact that, when you do dirt, you get dirt, like DMX said.
Oh, yeah. And then what another person says, like, what if the students had AIDS? That would be assault with intent to kill. That's true. That's true, man.
Yeah.
It's just like anybody that goes out and willingly spreads AIDS to other people knowing that they have full blown HIV.
Yeah.
Because I've read a whole bunch of cases of people just going out once they find out that they have it, just going out just fucking as many people as they can, to spread the hurt that they have because they contracted from somebody else, which is fucking wrong. But speaking of like laying up and fucking people, man, what's up with all these teachers, dude? Like laying up with kids, man. Like,
I know, man.
It has been crazy.
I know. It seems like it just keeps going up. Like it's ramping up every single year, every single, couple 6 months or so.
What do you think that? Why do you think that is? Why do you think that female teachers just laying up with like 14, 15, sometimes like younger kids, laying up with kids, man? Why do you think that is, dude?
Just people are just sick, man. They're just sick. Like, and it's funny, they give, black men all the trouble in the world, when they try to become a teacher. And, they check all up and down their records and things. And, they don't, not once do they ever, try to, I guess, put them in a situation in which they can, help better some kids. But, you got all these other teachers who out here do all kinds of stuff. Maybe they get caught for doing something somewhere else and they get moved around.
Yeah, they just get transferred.
Yeah, and then, when it finally comes out, man, it's like, oh, he had a mental disease or something.
Yep, that old shit.
Yeah, they always try to justify, what's wrong. So, I don't know, man. It's just one of these things, man. Like, they need to start doing psych evaluations for these teachers.
Yeah, they really do, man. And it's mostly, and then the teachers that be out there laying up with kids, because they pretty much molesting the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, they're like, I've seen like they're like 28, 26. They're very young. It's like you can't get anybody your own age. You're gonna get a minor.
Yeah.
And then like you like sending him like I guess it's that whole I never really had a relationship in high school. Let me have one now.
That's stupid.
Which is fucking stupid, but I don't know how people think. And then like, it's funny, like, cause how, they always get caught the same way.
Yeah.
The kid, the one laying up with the student, laying up with the teacher shows one of their friends.
Yeah.
And then the friend gets mad cause he can't get a taste and then he snitches. That's how it always, that's how it always works, dude. Cause I remember, one teacher that got caught, she was like giving the boy head or whatever, and then like laying up with him in like the school parking lot, and like sending him text messages like she in high school talking about, hey bae, like you damn near grown talking about some bae to like a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like sending emojis. Like it's funny reading like some of the, cause it's dirty how the police department is like, dude, the person that's cheating with like, the little kid, they'll like pretty much give out the transcript of their text messages, and those text messages are always fucking funny, dog. Those kids are always funny, man. Like sending all these heart emojis and all the other shit.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, man, this shit's fucking funny as hell, man. But I will never understand that jump, man. And then like one part of me is thinking about like where were these teachers at when I was in school? I was like, what were they at, man? Like, why did I go to that school? With these whorish teachers. So I could have been like, man, I need some extra help. Zip. It's like, we can't do that. We can't do that here. It's like, text me later. It's like, yay! Oh, man.
Credit.
Yeah, you like as a credit. Hell yeah, dude. But it is like some teachers be actually be looking straight too. It's like, why you gotta get with a little kid? You actually don't look bad.
If I'm not mistaken, it was either in Texas or in Oklahoma somewhere.
Yep.
It was incredible looking teacher who was doing that, who got caught doing that. And it's just when you look at her mugshot or whatever, it's just like, why are you doing this? Like, you can have any man you want. Like, why are you doing this? So yeah, it's just it's a sickening state of mind, dude.
Yeah, man, that kind of just shows that usually you need to, hey fellas, man, y'all need to shoot y'all shot at all those dimes that you think you don't have a chance with, because they might have just low self-esteem.
Yeah.
Self-esteem issues. They might think that, they might see themselves as ugly, and you might see them as, it's just the cream of the crop. You never know, man. So I'm saying always shoot your shot, because those women are usually the most insecure.
Yeah, well, I mean, just, not even that. It's just not even to the, I guess even further beyond that extreme. Like, you have somebody like, the famous singer Phyllis Hyman, who was a beautiful woman. And, she felt, so lonely. Like, you could hear it in her music. But, this is a beautiful woman who killed herself because, she never got the chance to fall in love with somebody. I guess because, maybe guys were intimidated by her or something, something stupid like that. But, that's real. Stop being scared, man, and get out there and shoot your shot. As EC said, man, because women are, they're not feeling it like that.
Yeah, dude. It's like, man, it goes both ways, man. Like, some dudes are insecure, man. So sometimes you like,
oh yeah,
man, like y'all gotta get a dude a nudge, like, you know what I'm saying, like drop a pin and then pick it up very slowly, and then if you don't get that, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and say oops and say it louder again. If you don't get that, then he either has somebody or he just not feeling you, and move on to the next one. Yeah, cause man, speaking of which, man, I was working out, and this female was in front of me because I was on like the stair machine. She's on a treadmill, like right in front of me. Like, she went in it was like 8 treadmills available all the way from the far right up to the left, dude. Dog, this shit was hilarious. She saw me, then she like looked to the right, and the treadmills are just all empty. Then went to the left and got on a treadmill right in front of me, dog. Right in front of me. And then right before she started working out, she had on some yoga pants on, like pulled her yoga pants up and took like a deep squat. And then rose up slow, and then she turned on the treadmill like dee. And I was like, looks like I'm about to do 10 more minutes of stairmaster. And the funny thing about it was I was about to get off too, because I did my little 10 minutes, but I stayed there for like another 15. Oh, shoot. And I was like, look at you trying to tip me. I was like, I go ahead and oblige. I was like, cause but you can hear my machine going off, cause it was like, and I was like, turn that bitch back on. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't pull your pants up like that. You want somebody paying attention. Yeah, she was alright looking, little sister too. But yeah, I might go ahead and holler at that next time I go up in there. That shit was definitely intentional. Like, y'all gotta see the signs, fellas.
Yeah,
y'all definitely see the signs.
And it happens anywhere. Like, I remember I was, at work in the break room, just chilling, eating my lunch by myself, wasn't bothering nobody. And, this lady came in from, I guess, another department. and I guess she started warming some. I don't know what she was doing. I wasn't really paying attention,
Yeah.
but I could tell like she was lingering because I think she was like rinsing out her cup or whatever, and I was noticing that it was taking her like 10 minutes to rinse out a cup. I'm like, it don't take that long to rinse out no cup. Like, I know what you're doing. Like, if you don't get out of here,
Yeah,
it's your
man.
business.
Yeah, it's time
He's
for
like,
that junk.
I don't want you.
Yeah, I know. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you gonna give me some no tail head, we can go ahead and do it.
Stupid.
So you gonna go ahead and do that? We can roll. You know what I'm saying? Get some hush. Yeah, because I call that shit hush head. Oh, shoot, hit me on up, not say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? If you're down for that, you know what I'm saying, we can go ahead and roll. Well, yeah, man, it's like people show those little signs and they're interested, man. You gotta be up on your game and see that shit. But in other news, man,
Yeah.
you ever watch that show by like Extreme Coupon Women and Men that was on that show? You ever heard about that show?
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, man. So, some people are not very fond of that stuff. So this one man allegedly attacked a woman for couponing in the line and holding the line up for too long. So the incident unfolded after a woman took 20 minutes in line.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, to carefully go through her coupons in the checkout line. Now, usually, man, when people use coupons, they already have it organized, ready to go.
Yeah.
Right to the fucking counter.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's so messed up because, like, she showed like her binder that she has for her coupons on Facebook Live, dude. It's like a photo album. It's like a photo album of coupons, and it's thick, dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's thick.
Yeah. Couponing is real.
Yeah, no, it's real, man. It saves you a lot of money if you know how to do it, but just have that shit ready before you go to. She could have stood out of line and did this.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because like they have these shows like these extreme couponists, and they be buying in bulk, and every time I see something similar to that, they usually have the coupons ready before they even leave the house. They already know what they're gonna do. But yeah, if I'm not justifying what the guy did. I'm just saying I understand because you don't get in no line and hold up everybody for 20 minutes because maybe this guy I don't know. I don't know what was on. I don't know what was on his docket for the day, but evidently he had some important things that he had to do.
Yeah,
But,
so the report says police in Tennessee are looking for a man who's accused of violently attacking a mother in Kroger supermarket who held up the line with her coupons. As Megan Wilson was running an errand in a Memphis store around 11 p.m. Friday when she said, yeah, man, look how late it is.
It happened in Memphis.
Yeah, exactly. So it all makes sense now.
Yes, it does.
It says, she said on Friday when she says the man's insult and cried for her to hurry up, which eventually turned physical. She said, I could understand if I was being mean to him, being aggressive or something, but I wasn't. Wilson said her tearful Facebook video that she put up, little incident. Like, speaking to WREG News, I guess it's a local news in Memphis, that said, Wilson admitted that she took up about 20 minutes to get through the line with her binder full of carefully organized coupons. If they're carefully organized, it should have taken 20 fucking minutes. And I'm not listening, y'all. I'm not condoning what he did to her. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It says, as for what prompted the man to lunge at her, she said that she accidentally spilled her drink on him while leaving.
Wow.
Which is a lie, which I'll let you know in a minute. She lied about that. She said, my bad, turned and walked away, she said in the video. Surveillance video released by Memphis police, however, appears to show her flinging the drink on the man. Flinging the drink on the bed in the line when she was about to leave. And then what happened next? Is not nearly clear, but most of the skirmish occurred off camera. And what can be seen, the man appears to reach out towards her, then take a step back to shield himself. He then takes a step in her direction, and then they have a picture. He talking about he grabs her hair and bangs it on like the countertop at the grocery store. And then they have a picture. She took a picture that's on her Facebook of her cart being toppled over with all like everything out of it, like the bread everywhere, her purse and all her shit on the ground, and like her paper towels and shit everywhere, and the cart's like toppled over. They said the man managed to flee the store in what was believed to be a blue F-150, and they're still trying to find him now. And said Kroger's very saddened by the situation, but the video was effed up, man, because like you could tell he had said something to her, and then she had like an open, I guess it was like an open Monster can, you know, the little tall little energy drink cans.
Yeah.
And she literally like a little turnaround, like flung it into his face, and then that's when that was prompted him to react.
He snapped.
That's when he snapped. Like, first you gonna take up my time, then you gonna throw something on me?
Yeah.
Bitch! Like, bitch! And then she gonna put up on her Facebook, then she gonna act like she's the victim after she done threw something on him, when she could have just walked away.
Yeah. And
then it probably wouldn't even happen. He probably would just called her a bitch, like a bitch or something, under his breath. And then she could have just walked away and had a nice day, but she had to like throw the drink on him because she was mad at him because he was taking up 20 minutes of his time. Like, man, shit, 20 minutes is eternity for some people. He could have been, trying to get home and do whatever.
I mean, well, it all boils down to she should have been more considerate of other people.
That is true, man. She ended up playing that victim role, man. Well, she literally could have, like, let's say if it was me and I held the line for 20 minutes. Like, I'm so considerate of other people's time, I would have been like, hey, let me go and stand to the side.
Yeah, y'all go.
Y'all go ahead of me. Let me get my coupons together, and then I'll go ahead and check out. I'm not gonna be like, no, I'm gonna go ahead and check out. Okay, I had this Jello. Okay, let me try to find a Jello coupon. I had these condoms. Let me find these condom coupons, man. I gotta save my money for all my bitches I got. Like, man, no.
Yeah.
You got a line for that shit, man. You don't do that kind of stuff, man. Yeah. I'm not saying what he did was right or wrong, but be more considerate of other people's times. 20 minutes is a long time.
Yeah, especially to be sitting in a grocery store line.
Yeah, grocery store line. Yeah, man. And it's crazy, and that shows like staffing is fucked up too. They could open up another fucking line.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, like this could have been a situation too that he could have avoided, and he could have went through the self checkout.
Exactly. If it was open, he could have went through self checkout, or he could have just taken some deep breaths and just gotten over it, or he could have left what he bought or whatever it was. He could have just left it.
Yeah.
Now he's going to get some petty charge because he couldn't keep it. He couldn't keep his. Neither one of them could keep their hands to themselves over something petty like that.
Well, he'll get the charge if they can find him. Cause he probably sold his truck by now.
I would have Aaron Hernandez that truck, would have hid that shit in my grandma's garage. You know what I'm saying? They got me another one. And that nigga there, dog. Aaron Hernandez. Yep. All right, and then our last bit of news before we get to the topic is life expectancy in the U.S. is falling for the first time in decades. That's pretty scary. It said in 2015, 86,212 more Americans died than the year before. That means life expectancy in the United States is heading in the wrong direction. Stuff that hasn't happened since 1993. It's a new report by the Center of Disease Control and Prevention shows that life expectancy in the U.S. fell in 2015, a decline of 0.1 years from the years before based on current mortality rates. An infant born in 2015 should be expected to live an average of 78, the age of 78.8. It's usually taken for granted that life expectancy rises each year, especially developed countries like the United States. The CDC's new report highlights the need for examination into why life expectancy down is going in the wrong direction and what we can do to address it. Man, it's a lot of things that are going into, in my opinion, are going into why people aren't living longer, man. Just like unnecessary stress.
Yeah.
Not eating right.
Yeah. Drugs.
Drugs, the simple things, man. Like those simple things, man, can take you out of here, man. Not eating right, stress, not getting enough sleep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that shit's important, man. I'm tired of like artists coming out talking about I don't need no sleep, I don't sleep, no sleep zone. You know what I'm saying? They'll be the main motherfuckers right when they get off Instagram talking about we don't sleep, we always up in here. And they did that video like 2 days ago, and they posted a video and they sleep. Got kids copying them talking about I don't need to sleep, man. The ground of my dream. And like, Billy, you okay? Goddamn, no sleep shirt on. Nigga dead. Like, like, man, you can't be believing what you be hearing, man.
Yeah.
No, you can't, man. Cause I remember I had a little cousin that was following Puff Daddy during that time. We was talking about, man, no sleep campaign, all the other shit. He was doing that shit about like 4 years ago. And I just looked at him and I was like, dude, man, I hope you don't believe this, man. Like, look at his eyes. Like, he gets sleep. Like, man, he gonna kill you, dude. Like, don't do that shit.
Yeah.
But it said another reason for the lower life expectancy is, of course, STDs. That's playing a big role. There's all these STDs coming out, like the HPV. That was that's a new one.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming out. They say in 2015, the 10 leading causes of death were the same as they were the year before. And pretty much the same old. Heart disease, cancer, chronic lower respiratory diseases, unintentional injuries, stroke, Alzheimer's disease, diabetes, influenza, and pneumonia, kidney disease, and suicide. For the top 10 leading causes of death in 2015. All these causes of death increased in 2015 from the year before, except for pneumonia, which stayed the same, and cancer fell by 1.7%, which is good.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah, man, because usually, man, if you only die of old age, the more you die of cancer.
Yeah.
Man, you don't even die of old age anymore.
Yeah, just look at what we were talking about last week. It's a simple fact that the devil might be collecting, on his due.
Yeah, devil came to collect.
Yeah.
It was like, shoot. It said, let's see what it said. They're significantly affecting moral negativity. Additional poisoning has increased by 13% from last year. Jeez. And it's saying 97%, which come from, 97% of the poisoning from the 13% has come from drug poisoning and alcohol poisoning.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, so that shit happens every day, man. People overindulgent, man.
Yeah, so I guess it goes to say within the next 20, maybe 30 years down the road from now, you're gonna, all these people who, sip lean, as a recreation. You're gonna see them start, falling off one by one.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely coming, man. And then one thing, like the thing about lean in it, like it slows down your heart rate.
Yeah.
So it makes you more chill. I don't do drugs.
Well, it shuts down your heart rate, and it's also I think it's a suppressant for I forgot, but I think it's supposed to help you sleep.
And
like
one of the main ingredients, like NyQuil, right?
Yeah, I think so, something like that. I don't know, but as you said, I don't do drugs either. So
yeah, I don't do drugs, man. So I just don't. Yeah, because lean was very popular. Was it like 5 years ago? Like lean was blowing up.
Yeah, it was blowing up, but of course. Everybody's a follower today, so, people are still doing it.
Yeah, but until the flocker, they ain't doing that shit no more.
It's just, the whole dirty Sprite, coalition.
It was always funny when I first heard, cause you know how like, you know it's funny like when you take like, you know, quote unquote urban terms and like people that politically correct say it on the news. It's always funny to hear them say like black terms pretty much. On the news, it was like, they were sipping scissor. I laughed on that shit for like 10 days, dog. This shit was hilarious. It was like, cause they always try to like, they want to say it correctly, like, they like slow down and like try to pronounce it right.
Yeah.
That shit's always funny to me, man. He was sipping scissor. We call it lean. Like, you gotta do all that. Like, they get it. But, yeah, that shit's funny, man. But yeah, man, that's kind of not really scary, man. I think 78 is actually, you know, that's awesome to live that long. Most people are not gonna live that long to begin with, but 78 is not a bad life expectancy.
Yeah, but it's still a little too early, man. Cause you know, I don't know. For me,
what Japan is,
huh?
I wonder what Japan is. I know Japan high as hell. Cause they want their old people. They want old people to get out of here because they outnumber the youth.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like die. Please die, no son. Let me see. Yeah, life expectancy in Japan is high. 83.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Man, they take care of themselves, man. They
yeah.
Well, it's just cultures, man. It's just different cultures. Jesus, India 66. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Who has the lowest? Like, think of a let's look at Mexico. Hold on, real quick.
Nah, it can't be Mexico because they break it out of there every day.
Yeah, they're one year below us. That's 77.
Okay, see, yeah. So far, India is the lowest.
India is the lowest. Cuba 79. China 75. I wonder who has the lowest. I know Canada's high. Canada got to be high because those people.
They carefree.
Yeah, 81.
Yeah.
Do one more. Let's do Europe. European life expectancy. What's there? Oh, okay, so as a whole, they're 79.
Okay, I was about to say because you got the UK, you got Italy, you got France, you got Turkey, you got all that. So I don't know. I guess as a whole, that I guess that makes sense. But I guess it was
82.
Ooh,
Spain 82.
Ooh.
Let's go to some like more war-torn countries. Let's go ahead and shit. I don't even want to do it. Let's go Ethiopia.
Thailand.
Yeah. Look at Thailand. Then look at Ethiopia. Thailand 74.
Yeah. Okay. What about Dubai?
I look it up. Jesus, Ethiopia 62.
Dang.
Jesus. Wow, man. Guess what Nigeria is?
What is it?
52 years old.
Dang, son.
Jesus.
Not the homeland.
Come on, man. Dubai.
Jeez. That sucks.
That's 76.
Okay. Man. So Nigeria is the lowest so far.
Yeah, I can't think of like, well, it's Haiti. I know Haiti's low, and that's fucking sad, but that's just real talk.
Yeah. Tell me the truth, the truth.
Tell you the truth, the truth. Tell them my boys got me. Shaking that fake hair on his head. 62. That's still, Jesus, that's still.
Yeah, it's still pretty relatively young.
That's young, dude.
Dang, son.
Yeah, man, it's just constant stress. Let's see, Jamaica, and then we'll be done. That means 73. Okay. With that ganja helping them out. Bahamas. So we're still pretty high, man. As far as we're still like pretty much like I guess like top 10.
Maybe.
Yeah, countries that have a higher life expectancy. But yeah, like the time I went over Japan in August, like everything clean over there, man. It's just like from the food doesn't taste real processed to the air. to just like how everybody like carries themselves, and you see anybody like really looking sad except for people going to work.
Yeah.
Y'all work, they just like kind of just seem like, kind of relieved. But they also have a high suicide rate there too, so.
Yeah, because I can imagine, that whole culture is based on performance. So, and
That shit sucks.
yeah.
Probably had it over here, man.
I don't know. If we had that over here, man, it'd be high, like, man, it would be chaos.
Dude, man, if like education like really meant something over here,
Yeah.
man. Oh wow, really? Let's see. South Korea has one of the higher suicide rates right now. All right, let's get off these sad these sad statistics. Man, you got anything else for the news, man?
Nah, man, I'm good. I don't have anything else. It was, pretty good news topics.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get to the topic.
Yeah.
All right, man. So this week we're gonna talk about dick riding to a dead end. So we're gonna pretty much be talking about why focusing on other people can be deadly, or how dick riding can lead you to nowhere. So my first point is pretty much, man, you don't have your own identity when you copy somebody or quote unquote dick ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, because literally, if you let's say okay, let's go for an example of, let's do Odell Beckham Jr. because I see a lot of dudes dick ride him now, and like half of this stuff is tongue in cheek, y'all. So don't be coming up talking about EC a hater and all this other stuff. But I'm just gonna make some valid points on why this really doesn't work for everyone. You really shouldn't do it. You should be your own man. Just like I said on an earlier episode, like speaking about like seeing kids with like the little hairstyle that he does and kind of like, kind of following his mannerisms. You don't want to do that because, we don't know which way, the brother go. You know what I'm saying? So, so I don't like he's a bad example because, you really can't copy his identity because he don't even know what he's doing right now. He don't know if he going to cover, you know what I'm saying?
He's stupid.
But yeah, man, so you don't have a true identity. And another thing that comes down to when you're copying somebody else and pretty much doing everything that they do, like you don't have a true sense of direction.
Yeah.
Like pretty much like when you're trying to emulate somebody. Let's say you emulating like you're one of your favorite like YouTube stars, and they're like on YouTube every week, and you do everything that they do, that you try everything that they try, you get a hairstyle that they get, you try to get to have their same voice inflection, you try to like have their same talking points that you do. What happens if all of a sudden that motherfucker just say, fuck YouTube, I'm done? What you gonna do then? Like, where you gonna get your talking points from? Where you gonna get your quote unquote style from?
Yeah.
Where you gonna get your viewpoints from, your talking points from? All that goes out the window, and then people are gonna be like, hey, Jim, what happened, man? You seem kind of off. And then it was like, well, shit, my supplier ain't, like in your head, like my supplier ain't here, so I can't get my fix, because it's kind of like dick riding, kind of like a drug to a certain degree. Like you constantly need information to feed off of, and also you're neglecting your own personality that was given to you since birth.
Yeah.
Or the one that you're working on as a child, and then another thing about, copying other people is like you're trying to find your way in this world, and it'll if you were depressed before, you will copy somebody else. Once you find out what you were doing wasn't really right to begin with, it's going to, push you into a further deep depression.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like the person you're looking at, the person that you're looking at in the mirror is not you.
Mm.
Yeah. So why lie to yourself and, not want to, be who you truly are and copy somebody else when that person could be fraudulent within themselves, and they could have taken that persona from someone else. They can be totally different once the cameras go off. That's another thing that people don't understand. Like, celebrities that you see out and about, that's not who they truly are.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I can say, I can't name, I'm trying to see if I can name one celebrity that I've seen, and I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty much how he is all the time. I couldn't even pinpoint one. I could make some guesses on some of them, but I couldn't really like pin down one celebrity or YouTube personality or whatever, whoever people like to follow and like look up to. Because everybody had to start somewhere, and then they're probably a persona that they created too. Like that's somebody that they truly want to be, and they're not them. They're not that person themselves.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the only person I possibly could think of that may be that person that he is on and off the camera is maybe like Ray Lewis. He's a cool on the field, cool off the field, you know. So either way, I think he's the same person. I think if you go up to him and you're down, he give you inspirational speech, and that stuff's legit. He seems like a legit person. But when it comes to like, I guess like sports figures, you can go ahead. Some of them, you can say that's who they truly are. Especially if they've been in front of the camera for about like 10 plus years, because you can't keep that facade up for that long.
Yeah.
Like Ray has been around for that long, and he's pretty much been that same dude cut for that same, cloth.
Yeah. I say Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, that that dude, yeah, him too. That dude just raw, dude.
Yeah.
You can tell he's been through the struggle.
On and off.
On and off the court, yeah, dude. His story was a incredible story, dude. What he went through.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Came from nothing. I'm talking about he had nothing with his grandma, and Ross still talk with his brother. Him being more, having a better career than his brother, but his brother actually being better than him. But his brother's career was cut short because of an injury.
Yep.
So yeah, he seemed like the type of person, but you don't wanna. Just like I didn't want to bring up like the J. Cole situation, but you did, like J. Cole said, false prophets. You don't want to idolize or emulate things that aren't there. That's kind of what the song was talking about. But you don't want.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to emulate those people. Just let those people entertain you.
Yeah.
And leave it there. Leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing up the old. I hate bringing up this topic, man, because it brought up so much. But like single parent households and. Like especially for the young men in the house raised by their mother, they look for a father figure to emulate and somebody to copy.
Yeah,
they're young, and the first thing, and then like the images that they're gonna see are not great images for them, man. It's been a detriment to our community and kids that had to deal with a single parent households, be it females or males. Females, like, look at their role models, man. Like, it's not that great.
Yeah.
When you think about like what's pushed out on our children as far as what they can look up to, as far as like a Kardashian or Amber Rose or just any Instagram model that like flashes money and has dated a rapper, they look up to those women.
Yeah.
That's not always the best people to look up towards. Because you don't have the same struggles that they had growing up. You don't have the same insecurities they might have. They could be lying to you saying, this is one of my insecurities that they say on social media, which could be a lie, could be something else, just to, relate to, their quote unquote fan base, which is in the end of the day, number of their customers that they're trying to sell to.
Yeah.
In the end of the day, they're just trying to sell to you. So you just never want to follow somebody blindly, man. You want to look within yourself and say, hey, like, who am I truly? Hey, do I like this? Well, this is what I'm going to do, even if people don't necessarily like it. Because I'm telling you, man, if you're into a certain hobby, you're into a certain, it's just something that you find interesting, like it's pretty much a hobby, you'll find those people.
Yeah.
Like they said, water always finds its level. You you'll always find the people that you're supposed to be around. You'll always find the people that you're supposed to be around. You're never gonna attract people that you don't get along with. You just hang out with them for a long period of time. It's just not how it works. Like that person that you're with, some of their same mannerisms and some of the same characteristics they have, you have as well, if you want to admit it or not, or you won't be hanging out with them.
Mm.
So, like another thing is, another thing I said is, trying to keep up with other people can drive you crazy.
Yeah.
That's another thing. That's another reason why you shouldn't D-ride. Go ahead, ST.
It can drive you crazy, or it could make you go broke.
Dog, dog. Yeah, cause like with all this like flash, like keeping up with the Joneses, you'll see somebody with the newest pair of Jordans, the Space Jam Jordans. Like I got mine, and you like, oh shit, I gotta get mine. And you look at your account, and you just got the 220 for the damn Jordans. That's all you buying them, and your lights turn off. But I got these Jordans. You can't do that. And then another thing about Dick Ryan and copying somebody else's style is just people will change the style in an instant, and then you gotta change like how you dress if you want to keep up with. If you admire that person, you gotta change like how you what you wear or what they have, or try to get the equivalent of it. Yeah, and it ends up being expensive trying to keep up with people's different styles and everything that they have. Like you don't want to, you follow somebody like this one guy. This is one guy I follow on Instagram, and he pretty much travels the world, and he always have like some. He always had like the like $200 t-shirts and pants and all the other stuff on. He always be like flexing them, and people would be like, some people on there be hating. Some of the people like, where'd you get it from? And other people like, man, I couldn't spend no more than $200 shirt. I'm like, dude, don't be letting everybody know you broke on social media. Just don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That don't necessarily mean that you broke. If you saying that if you say that you won't do that, it's just that some people have more sense than others.
Yeah, I'll take that back. You right, ST. You right.
And, some people just, would rather not spend $200 on a shirt because, at the end of the day, it's a shirt.
Yeah.
You could buy a shirt from Walmart.
Yeah.
But, I'm just making an example. But, it's just, when you think about, just the things that people look up to other people for, a lot of it is just stupid, man.
It'd be a lot too.
Yeah, it's just we worship people. We worship people. We worship stars. We worship quote unquote celebrities. At the end of the day, you gotta think about it. When you're doing all this to copy, whoever, just keep in mind, stay true to yourself and respect yourself.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
If people see you doing all this, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to respect you. Like, they might like you for doing it, but they don't respect you. Respect is supposed to be, lateral. It's supposed to be lateral. And a lot of the times, it's not lateral. We don't have respect for each other because we go out and we demean our respect. We pretty much throw our respect in the trash because, of what we're willing to do, or we're willing to show somebody how much, we want to be like them instead of, as you said before, being our own person.
Yeah, case in point is this one popular Instagram fitness model that ended up getting the same tattoo under her breast as Rihanna. And then, when I saw it, because I was at the gym, one time when she was, working out, I was at the gym, and I looked, and I was just like, hey, that's extremely sad that you would, it's the same exact position, because, she had the same, had about the same breast size as Rihanna, but got a fatter ass. I will say that ass is fat. and if you live in Atlanta, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about right now. That really talk. I gotta be twisted, son. But yeah, man, she got a body on her. But when I saw it, I looked on Instagram. That's the day I unfollowed her. I was just like, I just said, damn, baby, why you gotta do that? Like, you know, be your own woman. And I just unfollowed her after that. I was just like, come on, man. Yeah, then I saw somebody retweet another, you know, reposted one of her pictures like 2 weeks later, and I refollowed back. I didn't eat, baby. I was always here. But yeah, man, like that kind of shit blows my mind, dog. Like, is it gonna make you closer to like getting her, or having her success and getting her money?
Yeah.
Or I don't get it. But like another thing. Yes, another point I want to make is like happiness cannot be found in dick residue, meaning
that's a good slogan for a t-shirt.
You know what's funny, dude? I was doing when I was running something in the gym, dog. I was doing bicep curls. I bust out, start laughing as So I was like, all right, so happiness cannot be found in dick residue. Meaning you can't be on somebody else's nuts so hard you forget or don't confront your own problems.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't wake up one day and, you know, your room starts smelling like, you know, a locker room, like under your nose, you know what I'm saying? Smell like straight like nutsack, because, you know what I'm saying, you've been following somebody else for so long that you don't see or recognize the problems that you have in your life. You know what I'm saying? And like the D-ride can't be that hard where you have like blinders on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You forget about, you know, maybe you got child support you got to pay, you know, that's, you know, an old, you know, old tried and true problem most people have, which can be avoided. Or, you know, just trying to work on your own quote unquote flaws that you have, that you see as flaws, and not society's flaws that they see in other people, but the flaws that you see that you want to work on personally. Not, you know what I'm saying? Not flaws that, you know, society says that you have. Like, don't fuck that. Don't ever worry about that. But like things that you want to work on within yourself. Don't let dick riding, you know what I'm saying, insert itself and fill that void. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually pull that shit out. And you know what I'm saying? You have to fill it with something else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't use duct tape on that bitch. You're going to need to fill it up with some good cement.
Yeah. Well, you know, another thing is, you know, your pride and integrity is worth more than, you know, the friends you think you have. You know, when you start thinking that you're less than others and you start behaving that way, you become less than the other people. You know, it's that simple. You are less than other people, and especially, you know, those who see it in you. You become nothing to them as well. So, you know, if it's, you know, doing everything that they tell you to do, or, you know, thinking the same ways that they think, or they want you to think, you know, saying the things that they want you to, you know, to say to them, you know, you're showing that you have no value.
Exactly.
You know, it's showing that you have nothing to offer. So you got to ask yourself, what is your pride worth? You know, what is your integrity worth? You know, it's that simple. If you can't find a true value of your pride and integrity, then, you know, you should think about the choices that you're making. You know, as far as, you know, dick riding to, you know, a dead end.
Yeah, to a dead end. Yeah, and it's nothing wrong. Nobody's ever said nothing wrong with taking those characteristics of the person that you idolize and making them your own.
Yeah.
Just like Ray Lewis is like, he's a grinder. There's nothing wrong with taking those same philosophies and, you know, and putting it towards your life. You know what I'm saying? He's grinding for football to feed his family. Like, man, hey, I'm grinding to, you know, get this PhD. I'm grinding to get, you know, get my medical license. You know what I'm saying? I'm grinding, you know, to get this cocaine, you know, from Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Get over that wall and get this shit cracking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
everyone that you stated besides that last one are positive characteristics.
Yeah. That one was a joke, y'all. That one was a joke.
Those are the things that you want to take and study from other people and make them your own.
Yeah, make it your own. Put your own little twist on it. And then there's nothing wrong. There's no dick riding in that. Like, if you keep doing that, after a while, you gonna have dick riders. You be like, man, if you don't get off me, like, and you start, like, all of a sudden, you just wake up and you just, like, get out of bed and, like, your waist feels, like, real heavy and you just can't walk. Like, then you know you got some dick riders on you, you know? You know what I'm saying? You can't even put your pants on because you ain't got no room. That's when you know you the man. Well, like, man, I just want to make those points clear, man, because I see a lot of it. I just see a lot of people you pretty much like wasting your life that was given to you, man. You are, everybody has something to offer to this world. Find it and shine it on to the universe, man. Yeah. Don't be out here. Don't be exactly. Be the light, man. Don't be a carbon copy, man. Be your original, man. That's what we want to see. That's what's gonna make you unique and make you shine. Yeah. Man, but that's all I got, man.
That's what's up. I think this is, a pretty well thought out topic. Something that, a lot of people could use.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Is usually, because that's what we try to do here at the Blank Canvas podcast. Try to give, something to you guys that you can, listen to and, take notes of and, apply it to your life. Even if we are clowning most of the time, we at least want you to, take something away.
Yeah, it's like, like our whole show is just like SC try to say, man, it's like tongue in cheek, we're bringing the laughters. Also, we're bringing the knowledge and the truth behind it. Yeah. Exactly. Man, shit, man. It's been another great episode, man. I love y'all. All y'all dick riders out there, man, get the semen. get the semen off your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Get some hydrogen peroxide, some mouthwash, and scoop that shit out your damn mouth, and get that shit out, man, to be your own man or own female, man.
Keep subscribing to the podcast.
We love y'all, man.
Yeah. Make sure that you like and, subscribe and rate us if you want to, hit us up at our Gmail, the Blank Canvas, ECST@gmail.com. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Make sure you catch the show every week. Stitcher, Audio Mac, YouTube, iTunes. And also remember, as always, ignorance is not a handicap. It's a personal choice. If there's no light, you must become the light. All that. Shoot, you got anything else, EC?
Man, that's it, man. I'm out.
All right. Episode number 38. We're going to holler at y'all next week, man.
Peace.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Blank Canvas Podcast. We'll see you next week.